Hi, I'm Skylar.
And I'm Max.
During quarantine, we decided to start watching Bob's Burgers to see what it was all about.
It didn't take long for us to become completely obsessed with the show.
And one of the things we loved the most about the show were the brilliant end credits.
Which is why we created this podcast.
Each week, we'll go episode by episode to talk about the elaborate end credit sequences.
We're excited to have you join us on the very first credit score spin-off, Bob's Credits.
We'll make sure the Bob's Burgers end credits get the credit they're due. Go.
C is for the way you chip-chipperoo. H is for how you chip-chipperoo.
A plus.
I
Oh, he's still
is
going.
for I love it when Max says chip-chipperoo. P is for please, Max, for the love of God, enough with the chip-chipperoo. That's it. I spelled chip, as in chip-chipperoo.
I was like, is he spelling Tina? And then I panicked because I wasn't listening.
Oh, I should have spelled Tina.
I
but
was
I was spelling
like,
chip.
really, wow.
You
wrote that.
There was a lot of emotions that you went through, by the way. It was like, okay, I get it. This has to do with this episode.
Uh-huh.
Then it was, okay, cool, 2 lines. That's good. Okay, let's get this started. And then it was like, oh, he's still going.
And then there was a panic because I couldn't figure out what you were spelling because I wasn't listening.
Right. You didn't start from the beginning.
Yeah.
Everyone, it was a disaster, as most of my chip-chipperoos are.
I mean, the Jimmy accent was phenomenal, though.
It wasn't my best Jimmy. I was a little concerned about what I was saying.
It's like when you do a really good impression and someone's like, oh, Skylar does a great impression, like, do it. It's like horrible. Is it just too much pressure?
Yeah, you do a great impression of Cheyenne from Superstore.
We'll never be able to recreate it.
If I ask you to do it on the spot, it never works. Hello, it's nice to see you, even though I see you every single day. But we're here. I'm here. You're here. Biscuit here. It's here. He's passed out. He had a long, crazy morning, and he's ready to sleep for us, our recording. Yeah, what else do we do on this podcast?
Talk about Bob's. I'm really excited. This is a great episode. I have some fun facts for you today. I'm like pumped about this episode.
So we're ready to go. Should we do Bob Pun or Max Pun so we get into the episode?
I think so. Let's do it.
Okay. Skylar, your first pun is nothing compares to blue cheeseburger.
Oh.
Nothing compares to blue cheeseburger.
Bob.
Yes. Your next
Cha-ching.
pun is the Parmesan Pen Burger.
Bob.
Max.
Oh, damn it. I feel like Bob, like Sean Penn, lives around in his head.
That's an interesting person to live in his head.
I just feel like age-wise, yeah.
Oh, yeah. What's the name of the character he plays in Fast Times at Ridgemont High? I should know that.
I don't know.
It's driving me crazy that I can't think
That's
of it.
also, I haven't seen that.
Oh.
It's one of those that I could like talk about it as if I've seen it, but I haven't.
We'll watch it. He's funny in that, but that feels like a Gene reference. Sean Penn and any Fast Times at Ridgemont. We always talk about how Gene, I feel like Gene references stuff from my childhood. You know, I'm in my late 30s. And all of Gene's references, he should not be referencing stuff that an 11-year-old references. And I love it. Yeah.
It's so great. I also love a Parmesan crisp on a burger. So I would like this.
We can make a Parmesan Pen burger at some point. Although I think Sean Penn's a little problematic.
He's very problematic.
Oh,
but
okay.
Parmesan on a burger is not.
Yeah. Sometimes he overacts. And sometimes he's fantastic.
He's
one of those ones that he reminds me of like a kind of like Pacino and De Niro, in that they've had these incredible careers and incredible roles.
Like, I'm just gonna throw the spaghetti on the wall.
Yeah, but like certain roles, you're like, whoa, buddy. Okay, we get it. You're acting. Okay, are you ready for your next pun? Okay, I gotta try and do an impression here. I'll be bok choy. Burger.
You.
Yes. And your final pun is get your leak on, burger. Get your leak on. Come get your leak on.
You.
Yes.
Yes.
You got them all right this week, right? No, you said Parmesan was Bob.
Bob. Yeah.
Close. You got one wrong.
75%.
One of these days, I'm not going to do it because we've had too many episodes. But if a fan out there, if a listener has got some time on their hands and wants to go through the early parts of our episodes and see what Skylar is all time, go for it. I will shout you out on the podcast. We'll shout you out.
Yes, I think people would like to give their time for a shout out.
Yeah.
That seems fair.
Okay. Well, we'll give you a biscuit for a week.
Oh.
Oh, we'll miss him too much. Sorry. You can have him for about 6 minutes.
Okay, so I did average, which is classic Skylar.
You just got one wrong. That's pretty good. That's a winning record.
Glass half full. I like that.
Yeah. It's usually the other way around.
I know.
You're half full. I'm half empty.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we get into this episode?
Yes.
Since we're really excited about it. Skylar, can I have the title and synopsis for season 3, episode 17, please?
Yes. The title is 2 for Tina. Jimmy Jr. had a chance to hitch his trailer to the Tina truck, but now it's headed down the highway to Joshville, honk honk, aka when Josh, the dreamy milk refrigerator boy from Fresh Feed, asks Tina to his school dance, Jimmy Jr. majorly regrets not accepting Tina's invite to their school dance. It's scientific proof that you want what you can't have, and so Jimmy asks Louise and Jean to help him win Tina back. Naturally, they dress Jimmy Jr. up as a singing and dancing horse. It does not work. Meanwhile, the Wrens chaperone Wagstaff school dance. Linda's determined to give Bob the iconic experience he missed out on as a kid. And she does. She vomits peach schnapps all over him as they sway on the streamer-decorated dance floor.
This episode came out on March 17th, 2013, and was written by Scott Jacobson and directed by Wes Archer.
Woo woo. Honk honk.
This is a great episode.
I love this episode.
So you mentioned we got the return of Josh, who was her milk aisle romance from L'Independent Woman.
Exactly.
Which was a few episodes ago.
Yes. Another great episode.
Voiced by Ben Schwartz, who we mentioned.
Yes.
John Ralphio from Parks and Recs.
Yeah.
I always say Parks and Recs. Like Rex, like T-Rex. We both little tiny hands. The tiny T-Rex arms. People really miss out by not getting to see us on this thing.
I know. It's pretty spastic. So you're just jumping right into Joshville because I have some fun facts about him.
No, I don't mean to jump on. You did the fun facts for this week. I don't mean to jump on your Josh fun facts.
I thought that was an interesting entry point because spoiler alert, we have 2 new characters and the return of Josh. So there's so much good stuff happening here.
Yeah.
Should we start with Josh? I think he's on your heart.
Josh,
on your heart and mind.
I'm thinking about Josh and his Band-Aid in the milk aisle.
All right. So, did you know he got a makeover for this episode?
No, he did?
He got a redesign.
Oh, really?
So, they thinned out his eyebrows.
We're going to have to put a side-by-side up on the socials. So,
his eyebrows now look like mine did in middle school because if you were born in the 90s, we plucked way too much. So they decided to thin out his eyebrows. And then he also has an outfit makeover. So now he's in a tank top and he has his like stirrup tights and they give him a wristband.
And he's a dancer. Did we know he was a dancer?
No.
Okay.
No. So but I view his clothing makeover as like how Linda has her like beach outfit. Like I just feel that's his like dance school outfit.
Got it.
Because he does wear the outfit he wore in L'Independent Woman to pick up Tina. So like one time during this episode, he's back in his classic t-shirt.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you glad you now know that?
I am glad I know that.
The eyebrows kind of blew my mind.
Like I didn't need to know that, but I'm glad I do. And the thing is, like, that's going to be something that I remember, and something more important is lost now. But I'm going to always remember that.
Right.
It's the important stuff that I lose.
Right.
Like Biscuit's birthday.
You do not know Biscuit's birthday.
I just know it's in like October sometime.
Yeah.
15th?
No.
16th.
Yes.
Okay. I know around when his birthday is.
Yeah. Now we're starting to sound like crazy dog parents, which we are, but let's keep that.
We're how many episodes in now? Like 36?
I know.
We've got this might not be 36, but that people know we're crazy dog parents. Also, go look at our Instagram feed. Bob's Credits on Instagram and Twitter. Follow us.
An organic promotion. And
it was the second time I mentioned our social media, so I figured I'd just toss it out here.
No, but we should put those side by sides up. All right. Now, Are you ready to dive into our 2 character intros? Do you know what 2 characters are introed?
Let's save the big one for us for last because we'll get into her.
Oh, the other one is the big one to me.
Oh, okay. It's Josh's friend, right? No, you're not talking about Josh's friend?
No, he's such a side character, I actually wasn't going to mention him.
I think his name is Douglas.
I love him.
He's hilarious.
Fabulous.
I want to look up his name real quick.
Do we see him in the series
after
this?
Yeah, his name is Douglas. Yeah, I think he makes more appearances. He'll be back with Josh in a later episode. But yeah, Douglas, and he's hilarious.
Wait. Can you scroll down? What other episodes is he in?
He'll be in Tappy 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 Tap Tap Tap, which is another Josh episode.
Oh, I didn't even remember there was another Josh
That episode is going to be in season 10. So we've got a while until we get them back. But I do. So we meet Douglas, he's funny. Every line he has in this is pretty funny.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Okay. So he wasn't the other character intro you were talking about?
No.
Oh, who else we got before we get into our favorite?
Little King Trashmouth.
Oh my God. How did I forget Little King Trashmouth?
I feel like when we were watching the episode, because we obviously watch it for research, Linda, makes up Little King Trashmouth. And I think we both wanted to look at each other and be like, oh my God, is this the first time they mentioned?
This is the
but
first
we didn't.
one.
I think we wanted to save it for the mic.
By the way, we held a Instagram kind of tell us who your favorite side characters are. No one said Little King Trashmouth, and I consider him a side character, and he should be up there.
I do too. He has a whole arc.
Should we play the clip where we first hear? Because it's one of our favorite clips of all time?
Yes.
Okay.
This is going to be the biggest, glitziest, bobbiest school dance ever. And if there's a chaperone king, it's going to be you.
There's no such thing as a chaperone king.
Well, there wasn't a raccoon king in our alley until I went out there and picked my favorite one. His name's Little King Trashmouth. He's gay.
He's gay?
Yeah.
Why?
He's got a boyfriend. They just got married. Why?
Bob's reaction just is, what?
I love that line so much.
That was when we first watched this show through the first time. That was one of the clips that was in our lexicon on a regular, we'd quote it regularly.
She is so sure about his backstory.
Yeah.
It is, I mean.
Yeah, we got Biscuit a raccoon toy and his name is Little King Trashmouth.
Yeah.
I'll get a picture of Biscuit with Little King Trashmouth, his raccoon toy, for the socials. For the gram. Yeah.
All right. So what a moment. We won't officially see the raccoon until a few episodes later.
Okay. Well, this is an even bigger episode than I thought because it's 2 of my favorite side characters of all time.
All right. Not Douglas, though?
Douglas is great. He's not one of my favorites.
So this is also the episode that intros Jen, the babysitter.
Oh, my God. Look. If I had to put her head to head with Jocelyn, it might be a tough call. Jocelyn probably ekes out just barely ahead of Jen, but Jen,
because of her line, "Your arm looks like a burrito."
You can't beat that line, and I can't wait till we get to that episode so that we can play that clip. But yeah, Jen is so funny and such a great character.
I love monotone characters for some reason.
By the way, do you know who voices her?
I do know who voices her.
Oh, we both did this research. Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, one of our favorite writers. Go ahead.
Wendy Molyneux.
Yes, one of the Molyneux sisters does the voice of Jen.
And she's racking up the character credits because she also did a dental hygienist too.
Yeah. Dr. Yap's assistant.
That's the only one I can remember right now, but there's a few more too.
And it's such a good character. Should we play the Jen introduction scene?
We should.
Okay, so here's the first moment where we first meet Jen. She's sitting in the Belcher living room.
No, we don't know she's sitting there right now.
Oh, you're right. I don't want to spoil.
We see the outside of the apartment.
That's the best part.
Why do we have to get a stupid babysitter?
What did I say about using that word? You're not stupid, Jen.
I know. I brought this puzzle for the kids to do.
Oh, look, it's nails, all twisted up.
I'm not saying it's unsolvable, but it's probably unsolvable. It's like the Rubik's Cube of nails.
Yeah, that looks great, Jen. Oh, done!
Oh
what else you got?
We could look at my hands, one of my fingers. I got caught in a leaf blower, and so the knuckle didn't grow.
Oh, look at the hand!
Wow!
That's great.
Thank you.
She is the best. She's a little Napoleon Dynamite-esque. Wendy Molyneux
We love you.
You and your sister are just the greatest things on the planet. And, you know, come on the podcast with us. We'd love to do a little interview with you.
Yeah.
Maybe someone can get that to them for us.
Yeah.
They're just a little busy with a whole other TV show.
Right now they're
and
in
writing Deadpool 3.
Is Deadpool Marvel?
Deadpool is Marvel, but it's very...
I feel like once you break into the Marvel world, like they keep using like...
Yeah. Deadpool's like Marvel, but also Sony owned, so he hasn't been able to be in like other Marvel movies. It's a whole thing.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Not to get sidetracked.
Okay, yeah. Let's focus on Jen.
Mm-hmm.
I have a little fun fact about her little wobbly bit on her finger that was caught in the leaf blower.
Yeah.
So when she shows the kids her wobbly bit, it's on her right hand. She shows her wobbly bit. That sounds like a horrible euphemism.
Little sexual, if you ask me.
Well, what would you call it?
Flimsy finger. Flimsy nub. Still, no, there's no way to do it now without my head going there.
That sounds like British slang, like you flimsy nub.
It's like how they talk dirty to each other and over on the other side of the pond.
Yeah, that was the worst British accent ever. Anyway,
yeah, give me your flimsy nub.
Okay.
Oh, your wobbly bit. It's getting me all randy.
Okay. So when she shows us her wobbly bit again, it was on her right hand and then it's on her left hand. Unless she has two wobbly bits.
I can see her having a leaf blower incident multiple times, not just like once, and she like learned her
She
lesson.
Didn't learn her
right.
lesson.
Yeah.
We also have some other interesting hand facts in this episode.
Okay.
Would you like it?
I would love an all hand fact episode, honestly, but
I mean, we could practically do an all teeth episode.
Oh, true.
But okay, so when Jimmy Jr. approaches Tina in his horse costume, Tina's sitting on a bench writing in her diary. Now, do you know if Tina is left-handed or right-handed?
I thought she was left-handed.
Exactly. So up until now, she has been portrayed as left-handed, but she is writing with her right hand now.
Is that a mistake?
I
or
guess.
Is she ambidextrous? Or is that they're just going full right hand now?
You tell me.
I don't know. We'll have to pay attention to how she writes in future episodes.
Yeah. Okay, so before we jump into the credits, I have one last fun little tidbit, wobbly bit.
Wobbly bit for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
give me that wobbly bit, please.
Actually, this goes together, I suppose. So the script cover shows Tina holding butts with Jimmy Jr. and Josh, which is just Tina.
What she attempts at the end of the dance. She flies too close to the sun, to the buns.
Is that what Douglas says?
Or Gene says, or something like that.
Probably Gene.
Yeah.
Anyway, I thought that was great. So Tina, she loves those wobbly bits.
Should we get into the credits?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to play, as always, the last few moments. And it actually ends with Bob and Linda over at Tina's dance that Tina's not at.
Yeah.
They're chaperoning. They're wasted from the schnapps they've been drinking. And they're about to be escorted out of the dance by Miss Jacobson.
So you mean tone it down like this?
No, that is not what I mean. This is completely inappropriate behavior.
Bobby's first in.
Oh my God.
Okay, so those noises, if you did not know, are Linda vomiting both on the back of his shirt and the front of his shirt.
I can't do vomit in television or movies. I cannot do it. And
even cartoons?
And now I know that I can't.
What about in What We Do in the Shadows? That hilarious projectile, hose vomit.
That's the only thing, because it's so fake.
Yeah.
But now I know I can't even do animated vomit. I just really can't.
If you fake gag around, here's a little. If you're ever around Skylar and you do a fake gag,
Max,
she might actually vomit.
I'm serious.
She's gonna do it right now. She's gonna do it right now.
It's not funny.
She's away from the mic, everyone. Okay, let's see what happens after Bob got. Can you handle me playing this clip? Oh, she needs a moment.
My stomach doesn't feel very good.
She needs a moment.
Bobby's first in.
Oh my god.
Oh, the
Lynn.
schnapps.
Oh, Lynn.
Oh, it tastes like pee.
Oh man, that's all over me. I gotta take my shirt off. I'm gonna lose it too.
Can I get a little help over here?
Oh, I'm gonna lose it.
All right, these two out right here.
Oh, you're even pretty.
She calls over two students.
That are Tina's friends.
She says, it's so funny that she calls and she goes, can I get a little help over here? And it's two students. And she's like, okay, these two out. Like she's got students working security for her or something.
Well, the chaperones aren't doing it, so that's why.
Right.
When you're angry, little lady. I got it.
You're not security. You're friends with Tina. Hey,
What?
get your
These two.
hands off
Get
me.
'em out.
Hey.
Get your hands off me, little guy.
Okay, we're right into the credits. And we hear this beautiful music. What do we see before we get any words here?
We see...
By the way, wait, before we get into that, Bob trying to take the shirt off while he's got vomit on the front and back of it, which means he got it all over his face when he tried to lift it over his head. It grosses me out.
I think it's a very funny... Stop. It's really not funny.
Oh, sorry.
Last week when... Oh, I can't talk about it. Last week, Biscuit, or 2 weeks ago, Biscuit was sick and he threw...
She can't even get through the story.
He threw up, and I had to go to the bathroom, and I started throwing up. And so Max was cleaning up Biscuit's vomit, and like I felt so bad, so I was like vomiting, and I was like, "How can I help, Max?"
She's in the other room, in the
As I'm
bathroom.
vomiting.
The door's closed. Is there anything I can do to make it better? Biscuit's not amused. Biscuit just lifted his head up like, are you guys telling the world about my vomit stitch?
I need a second.
Okay.
So I think that is so unrealistic. Like I would be gagging. Like,
They're very drunk, so maybe they just don't care. Like I had times in my life where I was drunk and passed out in an alley and did not care that I was rolling around in an alley.
What?
Yeah. Oh, it wasn't a good time.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was for my birthday. It was one of my 20s birthday, and I drank a little too much. I know, it was
Are you
in the
okay?
alley. I'm okay. I'm fine now. Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry this happened to you.
It's okay. I've recovered.
Okay. I need to stop talking about
Vomit, and let's talk about these credits.
Yeah. All right. So we see Tina.
Yeah, we're not in the normal generic kitchen
No,
sequence.
the background is, it kind of looks like a field or like a park.
Yeah, I'd say a park
So Tina,
with a bench.
yeah, so like grass and a bench, black and white, like the classic kitchen scene, but we're not in the kitchen. And then Tina's sitting on the bench, and then we see Jimmy Jr. and Gene in the horse costume come in.
Yeah, from the right side of the screen.
But it's really great because he like does a few steps in and then like right on the music, kind of like backpedals. It's great choreography. And just FYI, just in case you were wondering, this choreography is not the same choreography that was in the horse scene in the episode.
Oh, it's a special dance for the credits. I like that because he wasn't moving around too well. Was he? He was.
No,
I guess,
he was definitely dancing. So I just assumed it was the same movements. And so when we had to rewatch it a couple nights ago, I was like memorizing the choreography of the horse, which was very difficult for some reason because I wanted to see if it matched, and it doesn't match at all.
Maybe you should do the choreography of the horse for our socials.
You want me to get on my hands and knees? How would I do that?
Absolutely. Maybe we should do it. I'll get on the back and you do the front part.
No, I don't.
We're getting a horse costume or doing the whole dance. I don't care how much it costs.
Let's head back into the credits.
Okay. You don't want to get a horse costume with me and do a dance?
I don't want you at my back. I don't want.
Think about how Biscuit would react to us in a horse costume.
Ugh.
The trauma.
The trauma.
More vomit from Biscuit for sure.
All right.
All right. Okay, let's see what this horse is going to do.
T is for the wagons. Take my breath away.
What kind of moves was he doing there for that first?
He was like backing up.
Yeah.
Like a little leap back, a little leap forward, and now
Couple foot taps.
Gene is the back.
Yeah.
Is the caboose, is tapping the back foot.
They're really well rehearsed.
Yeah, this is a much smoother.
They've been working at it.
They've clearly been rehearsing.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can assume It's also a different location because in the episode, they're in front of the school, which is concrete. So we could assume that Gene and Jimmy have been rehearsing. You know, Jimmy loves a rehearsal, as does Gene.
Yeah.
They should be paired up in an episode.
Yeah, they aren't paired up very much, but they both love dancing and music.
Dance.
It's like ripe for the story creating there, right? Put them together. Have a whole...
Let's do it.
Let them start they should write a musical.
Yes.
And Jimmy should star in it.
I love it.
And Tina's just sitting there making eyes at the horse.
I is for the way. I like it when you take my breath away.
We got some good leg movements there. Like a couple, the front legs cross first. He does a little spin.
He does a whole spin.
Yeah.
Which probably isn't an easy move with two humans in a costume. And then, you know how
we're gonna find out, aren't we?
What?
We're gonna find out, aren't we, when we get our horse costume?
I guess so. We would spend our money on some shit like that. Anyway.
It's probably the most logical stuff we've spent money on in this entire pandemic year.
Exactly. Just got to buy that serotonin.
Does this count, if you're wearing a costume like this, count as a mask? I think it does. You're probably protected. Okay.
Like, we need our neighbors to think we're any weirder.
Hey, I think we're going out in the horse costume.
Okay. So think if you sit down on your chair and then you throw your leg over like Fred Rogers when he's taking off his shoe. They do kind of that movement.
Yeah. There's the front feet do it first and then the back feet do it.
Yep.
And is for no one else takes my breath away.
All right. Let's pause it there. So we do some front foot, back foot things, which are cute. But then, and I didn't notice this the first time we watched the credits, the horse goes and nuzzles Tina's hair.
You're right.
And the hair stays messed up for the whole rest of the credits. And I did not notice that on the first couple watches.
I'm looking at the screenshot right now and her hair is tousled, nuzzled, whatever you want to call it. In fact, for the promo art, I always change the credits that we're doing. So I'll pull a screenshot of after she has her hair tasseled so people can zoom in on the screenshot art and see.
I love it.
Yeah. So go look at it right now if you're listening to this. Or I haven't posted it yet. Sometimes I post it after the episode goes up. But once you see the promo for the episode.
It reminds me of that cruise ship episode where she gets the massage.
Yeah.
It's just like a little micro version of that.
All right, so let's hear the last line of this song here.
And A is for asthma. That is a disease that takes people's breath
away. Oh my gosh. This choreography.
That's nice, 'cause you're a horse.
Well, tell me about the choreography there. That's okay. We'll go back to the very end there.
They did a jump in the front legs, jump in the back twice. And then I can't remember.
It's very impressive.
It's really very well done.
It really is. And
much better than in the episode because they were very clumsy.
And at the very end there, they just pull a clip from when Jimmy... So Louise is talking into her walkie-talkie, telling Gene what to say into the back of the horse. Gene is telling Jimmy what to say to Tina from the back of the horse, and it's like a game of telephone. So by the time it comes out of Jimmy's mouth, it's not what Louise said.
Very skewed.
And I think what he ends up saying is I like hay, and Tina says, oh,
because you're a horse.
That's right, because you're a horse. So they play that at the end here.
That takes people's breath away.
Oh, that's nice, because you're a horse.
And that's over the kind of ending production cards.
But Tina's line doesn't really make sense there
anymore.
It
doesn't.
Because his last line is about having asthma.
Yeah, which doesn't make sense unless...
I'm sure horses can have
asthma regularly?
Sure.
But is it common?
I don't think so.
I think we would know if it was common so that she would say, oh, that's right. But if anyone knows more about horses and their symptoms, what they can have, it's Tina.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We trust her.
Yeah. So that's it. Those are the end credits to 2 for Tina.
Yep, that's right.
Highlights, lowlights.
First of all, watching the horse nuzzle Tina's head is really cute. And then seeing that her hair stays that way is a highlight. But also just the high performance level of this choreographed routine and the fact that it is so much more polished than the episodes and different choreography. That's a highlight for me. What about you?
I agree. It made us fill in that they've been practicing this thing and they're going to give it another go and they're going to do it. They're going to perform it again for Tina the way it was supposed to be performed originally. And I'm glad that they've been working on it. And again, like I said, I want to see the Jimmy Pesto episode.
Junior episode. Yeah. I feel like they think this is their big break.
I think they always think it's their big break. I don't think Jimmy Pesto Jr. and Gene, I don't think they ever perform like it's not the biggest performance of their lives.
And something that I really like about the episode and this, he's a horrible singer, but he has no shame.
No.
And I like that.
Yeah, and the song is not well written.
Yeah, so the song is obviously a play on Nat King Cole's
L.
Yeah. But I didn't even get that on the first take because it's such a bad song. Did you immediately go to that song?
Yeah, kind of, because that's the one that you... Is there any other song where they really spell things out?
I thought they would have like used the same melody.
Yeah.
I guess.
Maybe they couldn't. It's too expensive.
Yeah,
so they kind of just do their version.
Right.
And honestly, I did not know the nuzzle until you pointed that out to me. And that hair nuzzle kind of, when we get to scoring here, bumps it up a little bit for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's a different location.
Even though you and I typically like the kitchen sequence. But this one, should we get into scoring?
Well, I did want to ask you, I like this more than I thought going through it, which is often the case. I missed the kitchen, and hear me out. I love the horse. Sometimes I like something more subtle. Would it interest you to have the kitchen scene and everything's normal except Linda and Bob are like hungover as fuck in the kitchen?
That'd be funny.
With like vomit on their clothes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always get so sad when it moves from the kitchen. So I was like, oh, what could they do in the kitchen?
It is nice when the whole family's involved.
Yeah.
Because you do want to see them. Or maybe you can even, they could be fine and they're just cooking and the horse comes into the kitchen and starts singing to Tina. And Tina turns around, oh, there's a horse in the kitchen. And everyone just kind of goes about, it's like we said, we like when everyone goes about their business even though something weird's going on.
Yeah. Well, actually that would work because like you could see the horse coming in because that's where Gene comes in from, but now we know it's not just Gene, it's Jimmy Jr. and Gene.
Were the end credits better than the episode itself?
No, the episode was fantastic.
Yeah, and I don't think I think. I don't think they live as well without the rest of the episode.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. Should we get into scoring them?
Yeah, you go first.
We score on a scale of 1 to 10 H's at the end of Tina's I am going to give these a solid 7.5 H's. I like the song. I think it's funny. I appreciate the dancing, and then the nuzzle book actually bumped it up a little bit for me. Again, like I said, I miss the kitchen. I typically miss the kitchen. I don't always rank lower when it's out of the kitchen if I really like it, but
yeah,
I do miss the kitchen here. And because Bob and Linda were so funny in this episode, getting drunk at that dance by themselves, I missed them in the credits. I would also appreciate, you know what, if Jen made an appearance in the credits, it would have been wonderful. I don't know how she would, maybe she could have been dancing with her wobbly finger, her wobbly bit, just like to the music.
I could see her just like walking in on the scene and just being very confused and just leaving or something. I think I'm going to give it a 7.52.
Great.
No math.
All right. That's it. Those are the end credits to 2 for Tina. Thank you, everyone, as always, for listening. What kind of call to action would you like to give the folks this time, Skylar?
It would be so appreciated if you guys would just tell one friend, just like send them the link to our podcast. That would be awesome. And
that would mean the world to us. Yeah. That's such a simple thing to do. Everyone's looking for a fun podcast. We like to think that we're like a short, quick, like burst of good time in your
Are you trying
in your week
to make this a euphemism too?
No, I think we just got wobbly bits on the brain. If you don't end this episode, by the way, by saying stay wobbly, I'm going to be very upset.
Thank you. I didn't know what I was going to say.
Skylar, is there anything else you want to say before we end this thing?
Just stay wobbly. Nailed it.
Wobbly. Nailed it. So unexpected.